Hello and welcome to Casual Learning. I'm your host, John Bannon. Today I'm going to go over chapter 21 of my newest book, God and Our Superdeterministic Universe, the number one argument for the existence of God. This book is available on Amazon Kindle. Chapter 21 is entitled Evolution Was Predetermined. The reason many Christians reject Darwinian evolution is that the natural process of evolution is premised on random genetic mutations and natural selection, which seemingly eliminates any intentional design by a creator God. So, if human DNA has evolved over time purely by chance through random genetic mutations of previous existing DNA and the random environmental conditions that cause natural selection, then it doesn't look like God planned human beings to exist, that humans are only here by mere chance. However, because our universe is predetermined, as proven by Dr. Hanson's proof that the universe is superdeterministic, then Darwinian evolution is merely part of God's plan, and the existence of humanity in the universe was never uncertain or merely a matter of chance. God must know of and understand Darwinian evolution in order to predetermine its existence in the predetermined universe. Consequently, God is the intelligent designer of all life, including human beings, but God simply used the process of Darwinian evolution to create life in a predetermined static block reality without temporal causation, which we call our universe. Under superdeterminism, God is the supreme intelligent designer of all life because God non temporally created the universe where everything that happens in the universe is predetermined to occur, including the natural process of Darwinian evolution on Earth. In a predetermined universe, certain seemingly random genetic mutations must occur when they do in order to strictly determine the existence of predetermined future life forms, such as human beings. So there is an appearance of randomness in genetic mutations that occurs, which is nonetheless part of God's predetermined plan. Moreover, because temporal causation is not real under superdeterminism, as proven by Dr. Hanson's version of superdeterminism, then the appearance of randomness in genetic mutations does not actually cause any evolution to happen. So, this is important to understand. Uh, because temporal causation is not real, then the process of Darwinian evolution can't actually cause anything to happen because temporal causation is impossible. It's not real. So the process of Darwinian evolution is merely an appearance of order in abutting hyperplanes of space time in the manifold of our universe. It's not actually the cause of life. So it's incorrect to say, well, uh, Darwinian evolution caused life, not God. It's not true. Darwinian evolution didn't actually cause anything because temporal causation is not real. The cause of life is God's non temporal causation of our predetermined static block reality without temporal causation that we call our universe. So it is merely an appearance of the cause of evolution, but Darwinian evolution is not the actual cause of human life. It's God. Darwinian evolution cannot actually cause any life forms to arise that God has not already predetermined to arise in the universe through the natural process of evolution. So, because the universe is predetermined, all the life forms that will ever exist in the universe are also predetermined. So, Darwinian evolution cannot cause any life to arise. First of all, because there's no temporal causation, but second, because and all life forms are predetermined. So Darwinian evolution could never cause any life form to come into existence that God hasn't already predetermined that it would come into existence in the universe. So evolution does not create truly novel life forms, but only appears to create the life forms that God has predetermined to exist already. Some Christians despise the idea that human beings evolved from lower life forms in Darwinian evolution. However, the universe is generally strictly deterministic and does require a process of small gradual changes in the abutting hyperplanes of the manifold of space-time due to the transitive law of hyperplanes in order for God to create life. So the transitive law of hyperplanes is that uh, if hyperplane A coexists with hyperplane B, and hyperplane B coexists with hyperplane C, then hyperplane A must coexist with hyperplane C. And through that principle, this transitive principle of hyperplanes, one possibility is that our static block reality is this interlocking, uh, tightly knit block reality of coexisting hyperplanes that share some of the same information. Because they share some of the same information, they must coexist under the transitive principle of hyperplanes. But it also means you have a very tightly knit manifold so that there's these very small gradual changes between abutting hyperplanes. And this results in our strictly deterministic physics, or an appearance of strictly deterministic physics. And because of that, because of strict determinism and these small gradual changes in the abutting hyperplanes of spacetime, the universe requires processes like Darwinian evolution that can produce life through these small gradual changes in the appearance of abutting hyperplanes through the manifold of spacetime. So God has to use that sort of small process using small gradual changes in order to create life through natural forces from uh, inorganic matter. So God had no choice but to create human beings through an evolutionary process from lower life forms. You are not made less special, however, because your ancient, distant genetic ancestors were lower life forms. Only you can comprehend the existence of God. Lower life forms can't do that. So you are uniquely special in the universe. Lower life forms are simply one link in the superdeterministic, predetermined chain of events since the beginning of the universe that God used to bring about your existence. You are a being that literally took 3.8, not 3.8, 13.8 billion years of God's plan for the universe to bring you into existence since the Big Bang. You also possess the most complicated structure known in the universe, namely the human brain. And that brain was designed by God and brought into existence through predetermined Darwinian evolution. Um, so I hope you enjoyed that and learned something. The next chapter I'm going to review is chapter 22, Synchronicity and Magic Fairy Dust. So until next time, take care.